So guys, this is Nick Saberwolf Prenny here with a SaberCast. I've been talking to myself for the last 5 minutes because I thought I was broadcasting, but apparently I wasn't. So right now we're looking at gold tier scrim between Team thinkQUICK and Team I don't know. We already went through the banning phase. Starting to get into the picks. Let me scroll up through here. So, Team I don't know banned out Puppet Master, Sir Bensington, Torture, Playmaker banned out Kronos, Rhapsody, and I'm guessing that's it. Yeah, first two picks, Torture, Magmus, followed up by the Empath, Solstice, Drunken Master, Madman, Master of Arms, and Corrupted Disciple have also been banned out. So right now we're looking at, gosh, Magmus, Playmaker. I don't know if I love you or I hate you for picking up Magmus. Personally, I think he's the worst hero in the game. One, because I can't play him. Two, every single time I play against him, I get crushed. So, I absolutely hate him. If anybody's ever played a game of Mid-Wars with me, everyone knows that that's the first and only hero that I will ever ban in Mid-Wars. Because I can't stand playing against him, I can't stand having a retard on my team play him. So, we have the Torturer, Drunken Master, Solstice. We have Jerry and Tempest right-click right now. I hope nobody from thinkQUICK is watching my stream, because I just would have given away some shit. But it looks like they're going to run that Madman as the hard carry, which is pretty cool. You don't see Madman picked up that often. He can be played in a suicide role due to his barrel roll and what's his other ability? The stock. The stock's the big one. Low mana cost, only costs 60. Makes you invis for a decent amount of time, 4 seconds. Quick fade time on it. It's really hard to kill. And he's not one of those suicide heroes that's just going to hide in the trees the whole time. Like you'd see maybe a Hag or a Bubbles do. He can be pretty active. Matter of fact, I've seen some suicide madmen actually bloodlust in gold tier games before. So the last of the bans beyond the Master of Arms and a Corrupted Disciple. Looks like we have Moon Queen, Dr. Repulsor, Swiftblade, Malakin. The Repulsor I know is a personal pick. I know that it's probably one of the major mainstays right now whenever it comes to, I don't even know if you want to call him the hard carry, but that more mid-transition hero. He's basically the substitute right now for like a Pebbles, where once he gets steamrolling or snowballing past level 6, especially if he picks up an early icon, he's pretty much unstoppable. They pick up the Prisoner, which I haven't seen in a hot minute. Last time I think I saw Prisoner played was whenever they were doing that Ravener Prisoner meta a little while back in the Diamonds here. It was a pickup between like Lions and SG all the time. And thinkQUICK follows it up by picking up the Pyro. Pyro is great, especially if they do the Mag Pyro lane. It's a classic lane, but it works. You can send Magmus middle, you can send Pyro as a babysit. And then they follow it up with the Hag. Probably use Hag as the suicide. And it doesn't... Okay, so this is what's probably going to happen. They're going to use Madman as the suicide. Dark Lady is going to be sat by Empath. And you're going to have Mag Pyro mid. That would be my guess. On the Legion side, you're probably going to see Hag suicide. Solstice in the jungle. Drunken Master short lane, and then maybe Mag Tort mid, or they might send Drunken Master mid against the Mag Tort short lane. That's probably that's probably how it's going to pan out. But we're going to see here in the next couple seconds. I hope they don't pause because this is a scrim, and if you pause in a scrim, you're bad. So I'm really pulling for this Mag Pyro lane. I haven't seen a successful Mag Pyro lane in a hot minute. Mostly because it's not really played that often. So, and there's a tactical pause, which makes me sick. I think I'm just going to turn the music up, guys. You guys can listen to it while we wait. We got a little Kendrick Lamar playing right now.
Man, that's the only way your pocket's gonna expand. I tell you every day, you know what I'm talking about? Apply yourself to supply your wealth. Only limitations you ever have is those that you place upon yourself. Church is definitely on the move, you know what I'm talking about? Exercise your wisdom. It don't depend on no one else. Cathedral, church, ism.
Let's get it on.
Instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit me get up. First shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious.
Alright, I guess back to the game here. Drop the volume back down, guys. Alright, so let's see how they play this out. You're gonna see Hellborn basically rush down into the Legion jungle. I don't know if they're going to ward Solstice's camps. I imagine that's the goal here. Hag is gonna go bottom, which is surprising. And they're going to have the Drunken Master play the suicide role. Solstice still chilling in base. He might have to make a transition to the top jungle based on how many camps they end up warding here. It looks like Torture's going to do the same. Maybe try to ward a pool. I'm not entirely sure. Nah, they're sitting middle, which is probably not a good idea. Are they warding the camps out? Yes. Okay, so Narcy basically takes out middle camp. It's hidden in a pretty decent spot. It'd be hard for them to counter that. I'm always a fan of warding the yellow camp against the Solstice, just based on the fact that it's a really difficult hero to jungle anything else besides that level 1. They did place 2 wards of Rev right next to each other. I'm sorry, wards of Sight right next to each other. One for the rune, and to see if they have any rotation from mid. And they did ward the other medium camp. So we have hard camp, medium camp warded. They put up a sight ward, the Legion did, so they see rotation from middle, and they also put up 1 mid lane. I'm pretty sure this ward does see the rune, so they do have coverage. So what do we have here? We have the Mag Pyro lane, what I suspected, Torturer, Prisoner, which I didn't think was going to go middle, but we have that. And against Drunken Master, Empath, and the Dark Lady are basically going to try to zone out this Drunken Master to the best they can. Empath's really great at zoning out anybody, just based on the fact that if she levels up, see, she went at wall level 1, which I don't think it's a really smart move. Tisk tisk, Martin, tisk tisk. But if she would have went the Essence Link, basically she could just run out, pop Essence Link, and just auto attack Drunken Master without fear of taking hardly any damage at all. And a matter of fact, if he runs out of the Essence Link, he'll stun himself. So he'll get off another 2 or 3 auto attacks based on that. They did. I don't think they pulled him. They didn't pull him any regen, but that's basically all he has. 9 tangos, a health pot, mana pot, and a stout shield. It's going to be really difficult for him to get any experience in this lane whatsoever. Madman, as the suicide, did end up pulling the creep wave, which is really smart. It's basically going to completely handicap Hag. It's going to put the creeps at the tower unless she can get this pull into this camp right here, and then they're basically going to even out. They're going to wash. Creeps will end up being back to where they originally were. The Solstice, he's going to have clean rain on this yellow camp, which is good for them right off the bat. So if he does stack this and he kills it, he'll instantly be level 2. When he sticks around, that's a really good segueing into a mid gank because of how close he is distance-wise. I forget how to do that. I think you have to hold down Control or something. Shift, maybe? Control Shift? I forget. Control Shift right click. Regardless. He'll have an easy time ganking this mid lane. The Magmus is going to be relatively difficult to kill. I imagine their target's going to be the Pyro. If Pyro stays back, if Narcy plays this right, he should have a decent time. I don't know how he's going to do his skill build, but I always prefer the fervor build, especially if you're going to be in a harassment position. Being in the mid lane, I imagine that he'll probably just stack 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 to try to get as many kills as they possibly can, because with the Magmus it allows you to set up that stun a lot easier. I don't know. This is going to be a pretty interesting matchup. I'm kind of glad they paused right off the bat here, because that gave me an opportunity to sort of talk about everything, to see how everything was set up. If they can keep this Solstice down, they're going to win top lane. I know that already. Madman versus Hag. I like Madman in that matchup, even though it's a ranged versus a melee. The Madman just has a little bit better damage output whenever it comes to the barrel roll on the stock, especially if Hag misses the scream. So we'll see. I kind of want to be racist right now, but I can't. I'm going to try to be better on my camera this time to see if I can get the Bloodlust kill, because I'm pretty famous for missing it. We might, my target of action is definitely going to be this middle lane. We have basically, if the Solstice does rotate in, we have quad stun. So, let's see, copy text. Let me see if I can do something here. Oh man. Let's see so you guys can see what they're laughing about. It is the truth. The truth. I'll blow that for you. There's some lies there. Some lies. Oh well. Click off on that. Well, one of these days, whenever Brown's done pooping, or whoever's pooping, I don't know, I forget who they said was pooping. Let's scroll up here. Oh, Drunken Master's pooping. Yeah, it's probably going to be difficult to play a suicide lane while you're taking a shit.
Let's get it on.
Alright, here we go. Let's see what happens with this game here. Really curious to see how they play this middle lane out. Like I said, you're gonna see a wash here. Hag pulls the creep camp into the creeps. She doesn't have another camp to pull this to, sadly. So, Madman is definitely going to be at the advantage, because this is going to push all the way to the tower. He's going to have a double wave, and then it's going to fall back. So they did accomplish doing a little bit of boxing. Oh, nice wall chunks. And the Empath puts up a big wall there. She's really low. This Drunken Master might be able to get a kill here. Almost. He did get Empath to burn her health pot right off the bat, which is pretty big, especially when you're playing a harass support, like a babysit. The whole idea is just to basically keep Drunken Master out of the lane. You want to burn your health pot right off the bat. They did already let Drunken Master hit level 2, just based on the fact that Empath had to back due to the fact that she needed to heal up. The Solstice did rotate toward middle. He is level 2 from that stack. He did stack the yellow camp, which is really smart. They don't know that the Torture is rotating toward top to sit the rune. Looks like a DD? Yes, a DD. So you're going to see the Torture rotate up, put a ward of sight out thing, and he might get lucky. That's my favorite spot to put a sight ward if I'm playing on the Hellborn side. They're still doing I guess I can't even say they're doing a good job. This Drunken Master is just kind of exerting his will. We might see a Bloodlust kill here. Playmaker with the blades. Yep, there we go. There's the Bloodlust. So Pyro in the middle is taking a lot of damage. I don't know if the Prisoner landed a hook or anything like that. I imagine in this lane, if Prisoner lands a hook, it's going to be a death, no matter who he hooks. Especially if he gets the ball. What the hell is it called? The shackled. If he gets the shackled on either one of the heroes that he hooks, Magmus. I don't think Magmus can stun away. I'm not entirely sure, but it says target cannot use movement abilities. I don't know if that would be considered a movement ability because it's a target direct stun. Target a location to surge there. I don't know. That I'm not entirely sure. I imagine we'll find out soon enough if I'm right or wrong. If we look at early creep statistics, the Madman's not doing too bad against the Hag. They're relatively even. I imagine you would see the Hag in a little bit better spot just due to the fact that, you know, she does have the advantage of being closer to her tower. She feels safer. Her starting damage, if I'm not mistaken, is slightly higher. It is. She is a level up. And she... Okay, she's just going... Am I looking at this right? She's going Haunt and Stats? She's going Haunt and Stats. That's a really interesting build for a Hag. Haunt and Stats. We might see something here. This Solstice. If they can get sight on this Madman, the Solstice is close enough that they should be able to get a charge off. And regardless if he stalks or not, we're going to see it right here. Here we go. And he's invis. The invis is going to wear off right now. They have... I don't know. Oh, they do have sight of him. He's going to stalk, but he's going to get stunned anyway. The stalk's going to wear off. He's in a really bad spot. I think they have a general idea of where he went, but they're going to fall back because there's no point in chasing him. They're not going to be able to catch him. Empath is doing a relatively decent job of stacking. They didn't ward the camp, which is pretty crucial in this suicide lane because it's going to allow the Dark Lady to have as much farm as she likes on the top lane. And the Empath is going to get the experience from the creep pools. So Drunken Master might rotate over to try to leech some of this experience. But this is what I was talking about the Essence link. All he has to do is let me see how he did it. He put 2 points in the Essence link. So no matter if the Drunken Master does jump on him or not, as long as he gets the Essence link off beforehand, he's in a really good spot. Just due to the fact that no matter how much damage Drunken Master puts out on the Empath, you're not going to see him do enough to actually drop the Empath. So, oh, Empath, oh my. An Empath falls. I had no idea that the Torture had rotated up. There is no ward top for the Hellborn, which is kind of rough. Playmaker does do a little bit of chip damage to the Torture before she leaves the lane. The Tort does have no items. 0 items. Shared bottle from Prisoner, I think. Yes, so that's the item. They're just passing that back and forth mid lane. Torture's going top, picking up the rune. Prisoner staying mid, collecting the experience the best he can. The lane has pushed bottom to allow Madman to get the transition to the point where he's taking the more experience and having an easier opportunity at killing creeps. The Hag decides to put a point in the Scream, or maybe, let me see here. Maybe she was just holding them. Okay, she was just holding the points. She had 2 points in Haunt. She hadn't put any points in anything else, so it looked like she was going stats. But this is what I was talking about the stock. He can just go in and use that as a last hit ability and be completely okay in not worrying about taking damage. I mean, Hag can see. So I'm guessing, I don't know if, okay, so the stun was off cooldown. I'm guessing if he put the ball on, which it looked like that he did, that doesn't allow him to stun away, that's pretty huge in this mid lane. That's one of the few things that makes Magmus is his ability basically to stun in and then immediately go invis. But if he gets hooked and he can't stun out, it really handicaps him in this middle lane. This Hag is going to try to chase this Madman, do a little bit more chip damage to him. I don't see her following that up, no. And they're just basically going to let this Dark Lady freeform top for the time being. She's already level 6. The lane's pushed back. Drunken Master's having a difficult time. He only has 8 creep kills, which is still a hell of a lot better than I thought. Apparently Playmaker's having some lag issues. But he is still leading in creeps. His 33 creep kills and 12 denies. It's not that great at this point. Still 360 GPM due to that kill, the Bloodlust kill. Okay, so see if Pyro can do anything here. No, okay. I don't know if it would just make sense for Magmus as soon as he has that ball put on him just to turn and just auto tag it. I think it only takes 2 auto attacks to kill the ball at the level that it's at, or maybe it takes 3. I forget. It's not quite as many as say something like an Arachna ulti, which takes 5. And at this point, with the level advantage and the gold advantage that Dark Lady has over the Drunken Master, she's pretty free just to basically stay in that lane by herself. If Empath wants to rotate, try to set up a gank against this Torture or this Prisoner, neither hero has an escape mechanism, so it might be something that you'll see the Hellborn team do here soon. Solstice is rotating again bottom. They might try to jump on this Madman here, and Hag's in a really bad spot. If he can get a stock off, let's see. I don't know if Hag has enough to blank. She doesn't have enough to blank. If he can maintain sight. Oh my, okay, there we go. And that, basically, Madman means that he's probably going to die right here. Yep, there we go. I knew if Solstice got that charge off, he was dead. The 3 auto attacks was enough to kill him. So, we have a slight lead on the Legion side in experience just due to those kills. The gold lead is a little bit ahead for the Hellborn team, and that's just due to the fact that Dark Lady's pretty much free farming. The Solstice has okay farm, 33 creep kills, almost 300 GPM. You'd want your Solstice to be at a little bit higher. I'm just thankful he's not going the Alchemist Bowman's build. Torture is probably going to solo kill this Magmus. Oh no, they might try to turn this, or the Madman might try to do something, and he misses the barrel roll. Oh, it's such a shame. I don't know how he missed it. So he had sight that the Torturer didn't go down. Maybe he just had a shift cute or something. The Pyro is going to land a big stun here. Down goes Prisoner. Culmination of the barrel roll, stock, stun combo. I don't think there's any hero on the Legion side that could really survive that at this point. So we have a slight gold lead, and the experience lead is getting much closer. I don't know if the Dark Lady and the Empath are going to push this lane top. They're pretty free to do so, just due to the fact that she's by herself. I mean, there's no contention there at all. This is, like I said, this is another reason why I really like Madman. So basically, if he lands a stock or another, like, oh my gosh, nice turn. So the Hag lands a Scream, and I didn't realize that the Scream was high enough level. Okay, it's level 4. So I didn't realize the Scream was a high enough level for her to actually do that. I think she may have just put the 4th point in it right there when she hit 9. Which was enough to kill the Madman. Because if he would have backed and then came back in with a stock and a barrel, he would have killed the Hag. Hag's going to take the Invis rune. And this middle lane is not working out, I think, the way that Playmaker's team thought it was going to. There's a pretty big hook there on the Magmus with the stun out. I don't know if they're going to try to follow that up. No. Narcy had an opportunity for the stun, he just didn't take it. I mean, he could have guessed the path that he was going. He really didn't have much room to run around the creep, so he could have only stunned there. Another hook on the Magmus. It's a shame that Narcy missed his stun, or he may have survived there. The Pyromancer hits a stun there, and they might actually get a kill on one more auto attack should do it. Alright, so Narcy playing the Pyro does get the double tap, which is actually a really big play. The Hag's top. It looks like they're going to try to jump on this Dark Lady here. I don't think the Dark Lady's going to get away, and I don't think Hag has enough mana to follow this up. We might see a blink auto attack. Oh my! And the Dark Lady falls. It's a shame. If that wall was angled a little bit better, they probably would get a pick off on this Drunken Master too. They might be able to close this. Magmus is coming in. They have a pretty good idea of where he is. He's going to be able to pour it out in time. They know where the Hag is. She's also going to pour it out in time. It's a shame. They could have got both kills there. Well, at least they could have got the Drunken Master. How are we doing here? Okay, so I guess the reason why Hag was able to make up that mana is because she had a bottle. I didn't realize she had a bottle. I don't know who she picked it up from, or if it's a shared bottle. Or maybe she just purchased it outright herself playing in that bottom lane. Hag bottle, no matter what position she's in on the map, whether she's playing a mid-roll, suicide roll, or you're a dedicated farmer, the bottle pickup is never a bad decision on that hero, just based on the fact that she can jump in and out of fights so easily. It looks like Pyro just basically collapsed on. He had no idea that the Solstice was pushed up as far as she was. So we are starting to see a little bit of a lead for the Legion team. Late game wise, I would have to give it to the Hellborn team just based on the fact that they have a Dark Lady, and the Dark Lady plus the Madman, there are two of the hardest carries in the game. The idea is, can you get to the transition point where either one of those heroes is going to be a factor? Drunken Master just sort of ran past the Madman right there, but he is going to be collapsed on by 4 other heroes, so he made the better choice in backing up. I don't think he knew that there were 4 other heroes there. I imagine he had a relatively decent guess. They did have this ward here on the ramp, which would have given sight to at least 2 or 3 of them. But luckily they have. Oh man, they're gonna counter this ward. That's unfortunate because that Rev ward had been sitting there for a little bit, so they kind of had a general idea. You're gonna see the Torturer fall here, due to just a combination. The stun was canceled. Okay, nice. Okay, the Hag's gonna get away? Maybe the Fervor ticks? No, the Fervor did not have enough to do it. That was a decent hook. Decent hook there. We kind of have a mid-wars thing going on right now. And if we are playing mid-wars, how Prisoner missed that hook is beyond me. But if we are playing mid-wars, they do. The Legion team does have the better team for it. So each team is doing a pretty good job in the ward department. We see a lot of wards spread across the center of the map here. Based on the fact that this is where a lot of the action has been early on. If Hag can get off another scream, this Madman's up. Okay, there we go. Nice fall. The wall was a big factor there. A lot of people don't realize how much damage the wall does. Even at level 1, it still does 50 magic damage per second, which is pretty ridiculous. So Hag probably took 100 magic damage just standing next to it for 2 seconds. The Magmus cannot stun away. That's such a huge skill against that Magmus. I never knew that. We do have some action up here in the jungle. This Drunken Master is trying to jump on this Empath, but due to the Essence Link, he can't do anything about it. Looks like he's going to rotate over to this Pyromancer, and he's been sighted by the Solstice Illuminescence. Pyromancer misses the stun. We have an Invis Prisoner here. There are 2 heroes here from. Oh, that was a nice. Okay, so they dropped Drunken Master, which is great. And they're going to try to chase down either one of these heroes. Empath is really, really low. So we just hope she doesn't get hit by an Impalement Spike or something like that. The Prisoner hooks both of them, but Magmus jumps in with the ulti, and they drop both. So what little lead the Legion team had, which at one point in time was like basically a 2,000 experience lead and 2,000 gold lead, has dropped right back down to where it was, say, 10 minutes ago, dead even. It looks like Dark Lady almost has her Runed Axe. She's going pretty much standard build. Okay, so there it is. She just picked up her Runed Axe. I don't know if she's going to get an Abyssal Skull. She may let Empath pick that up and use that 2,000 gold into something else, or she could go pretty much a standard build, which would then her next item would be the Abyssal Skull, followed up by either the Frostburn or Shrunken Head, depending upon, you know, which she feels is the better item at this time. I mean, if she's getting locked down, she's getting stunned all the time, she's not going to end up picking up the Frostburn first. But if she feels that she can keep her farm up, and she's has the initiation covered by other people on her team, she'll probably go the Frostburn. And I don't know if Playmaker is one of those people that prioritizes getting the full Dawnbringer before they would pick up another item. I know there are a few people that play Dark Lady that don't think that the Lightbrand is a worthy addition to the Frostburn, especially for that hero, just due to the fact that you're already rocking a Runed Axe, so you have the mana regen. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see how she plays it out. Okay, so it looks like she herself is going to go the Abyssal Skull. Empath has jumped inside Dark Lady. This huge silence, 3 auto attacks, and he's dead. And he's just going to pour back out. There's not much the Drunken Master can do, due to the fact that as soon as he gets silenced, that inhibits him from using his escape mechanism. They did cancel the port top to try to jump on something maybe middle here. The prisoner has DD. They're going to push down the middle tower way quicker than the top tower can be pushed down by the Hellborn team. The bottom tower is being attacked, though, by the Madman. I don't know if he's going to be able to burn it down or not. They are rotating down, but they don't have any vision down here or any revs. I don't see any dust on the Legion team, so it's not like they're going to be able to jump on him.
Destroyed a Legion tower.
You do see it poured in, but he's just basically going to stalk away. He knows he's okay. Okay, so Drunken Master did have dust on him. They popped it. This Madman is probably in trouble right now. I don't know if he's going to be able to get away or not. Hag. Okay, Madman does fall. And the tower... Oh, the tower does get killed by the creeps. So, overall, it's not a bad trade. If they would have denied it, I would have said it would have been a little bit different situation. Pyromancer falls. I don't know exactly how... Prisoner even got to that point on the map to kill him without him noticing. Oh, he was hasted. They may have saw him when he was going for a rune or to place a ward. I didn't really pick up on it. But I'm kind of curious what this prisoner's going to go. I don't know if he's going to go the Insanitarius build or what. He went an Iron Shield, which is kind of interesting. The agility is not really doing anything for him other than the fact that, you know, it's giving him a little bit of armor, a little bit of attack speed. It's not giving him any damage. It's not giving him any life. And the shield doesn't... It doesn't... I think it blocks... What do you get? 20%? 20% difference between a stout shield? I mean, it's great if you're a farming carry, but in your melee, I don't know about spending the extra 500 gold on a prisoner. But hey, that's why they're gold tier and I'm not. It looks like Solstice is going to go first item Hellflower, which I think is a great pickup for him, especially due to the fact that it gives good mana regen. Matter of fact, I think it has the best mana regen of any item in the game, 250% or 225%. It gives decent attack speed, decent attack damage, and a lot of int. So that'll basically allow him to use his spells at will, whether it be for farming or ganking or pushing or what have you. He's not going to have to worry about it. And it gives the silent CC, which is huge against heroes like Magmus and Madman. Looks like they're going to try to jump on this Drunken Master again. Empath misses with the wall, which is a shame. I don't know if Drunken Master can disjoint jump around that. It looks like they got a kill on the Pyromancer mid, which I missed because I was hoping to see a chase down top. They are a group middle. There are 4 middle for the Legion team. I imagine they're going to try to push some pressure on this middle tower while Dark Lady is just continuing to farm like crazy top. She is over 500 GPM at this point. They did get the ball and chain on Magmus. It's going to wear off here in a second. I don't know if he's going to be able to stun away. No. The Solstice in daytime form was that additional stun that they needed. They're going to be able to take this tower. And that's gonna increase.
The Legion have destroyed.
Okay, so they do have the gold lead at this point, but like I said before, with the Dark Lady farming the way that she is, I'm gonna give the late game to the Hellborn team. And the idea behind this is, you have a Torture, and you have good creep clearing potential in, say, the Prisoner. Even if he throws out a hook in order to clear creeps, the Solstice, the Hag with the Scream. If you push down all the towers, so they have 3 more towers that they can push down, which is 3,000 more team gold. Until they can push into the base, they're kind of at a disadvantage. Seeing that the experience is so close between these teams, I don't think the Hellborn team is necessarily going to be afraid to push out into the jungle. So, even if the towers are gone, if they have adequate wards, the gold advantage is going to close up, where the experience advantage is going to pretty much stay the same. So, right now they have an experience advantage just due to the fact that they're up 2 kills, and I think the experience is spread out a little bit better on the Legion team. But like I said, I don't think you can discount this free farming Dark Lady, which they're like I said, I don't even think they're trying to kill her at this point. They got that one jump on her really early on in the game, where Hag went top and she basically dove past the tower. But at this point, it's pretty crystal clear that with this Dark Lady farming the way she is, if the Legion team wants to win this game, they got to do it soon. They're going to try to jump on her top right now. I don't know if she's going to be able to get away or not. We have the Dark Blades up. She can back up. She's sighted. We have ports coming in top. They're going to have to turn around. They're not going to be able to continue to chase. If they do, bad decision. They're going to fall. You don't want to fight under a tower at any point in the game, regardless of what level you are. Especially when each team has multiple heroes in play. Anytime you have an additional 110 damage just pounding into you constantly, especially if it targets you, you're in a bad spot. Because until you break aggro, it's just going to keep attacking you. I don't know if they're going to try to rotate top or not. The Torture might be able to get the deny here. Nope, she doesn't.
Legion tower.
So if they decide that they want to defend top, this Madman's in a really bad spot. I kind of hope he gets out. Oh, nice. Okay, so Pyro turns around, ulties, good stun, and they're going to kill the Hag too. So it looks like they didn't get any kills? Did they get a kill?
Gotcha.
No, they didn't. Okay, so what did I just miss? Oh. Okay, so they killed Dark Lady and she immediately bought back. I don't know if that was the best decision. She did come back in and she got an assist, but I don't know. Maybe they were just trying to protect this tower from falling. I mean, this is kind of Dark Lady's safe zone, so imagine she's just, you know, trying to keep this tower up as long as she can, because it allows her to farm all these camps and near the tower in safety, general safety. Like I said, I don't necessarily agree with her buying back, but especially because at level 16 it's not cheap to buy back. So we just want to look at the gold per minute right now. She is over 500 GPM. Obviously that would have fell probably down to around 500 if she didn't buy back. She's 220 creep kills at this point in the game. The closest person to her is Hag at 123. But if you want to look in relation to her own team, there's nobody even in the same stratosphere whenever it comes to creep kills. Not even the Madman. They don't even think they have any. No, they don't have a single player that has more than 100 on her own team. So basically, they're rolling all the dice and they're betting on Dark Lady in the late game, and I can't blame them. She's a very difficult hero to kite. She's a very difficult hero to run away from, especially once she has the Frostburn. and the fact that she has a build-in slow, you're going to see the Legion team stay a little bit more grouped up right now, and you might see them port top. Yeah, okay, there we go. So somebody's porting top. It's probably going to be the Dark Lady. Yep, okay, so the Dark Lady's porting top. She's going to take care of push the lane back again. She'll do the creep camps in the jungle, and she'll keep rinse and repeat. It doesn't look like this Madman's going to survive bottom now. Okay, so 3 people jump on him. Man, the ball and chain is it's doing some work, man. What the hell is it called? Shackled. That shackled skill is doing work. It's not allowing Madman to stalk away. It's not allowing Magmus to stun away. The Dark Lady, I imagine, couldn't use the Dark Blades if she had the shackled on her. I could be wrong. Again, I imagine we'll see it at some point in this game. They're not going to have very much pressure to defend this bottom tower. So if they did want to push up, I mean, they do have the prisoner sitting back here. They do have some idea. Yeah, okay, so they have sight of the prisoner at least. Okay, they're going to know that all 3 of them are there, but they're not going to see any resistance. I don't think you're going to see mass ports. They're just going to let this tower fall.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Drunken Master dropped really low. Trying to kill those Ancients. That's kind of a shame. They basically dropped them to half life and allowed Dark Lady to finish them off. So, yeah, Playmaker's going to be close to 600 GPM really soon. And especially once they drop those 3 towers. The 3 towers, if the 2 towers fall, they jumped in here on the Drunken Master. Empath is inside of the Dark Lady. They're not going to continue to follow this because they do know all 5 are there. Pretty smart decision. It would have been a 3-on-5. I don't know how well that would have worked, but it looks like they're going to try to go for a quick kill here on Kong. If they can get another hero in there to tank, it would allow this Dark Lady to use her, what is it, the Dark Blades as efficiently as she possibly can. So, or a Pyro Stun, we'll call them the same thing. This Magmus is trying to run a little bit of distraction middle. They are probably going to jump on him. They need to rotate out of the Convert Pit if they don't want this Magmus to fall. It's too late. They're just going to stay on Kong. Allow Dark Lady to get the token. And now she can play ultra aggressive, right? So she used the buyback once, which means she only has 1 buyback left. But as long as she has a token on her, it's just like having a buyback. So we'll just say at this point in time, she has both of her buybacks. 28-minute token. That's not too bad. I mean, she is farming ridiculously well. They're going to let her clean up the last of these Ancients. What item did Madman go? So Madman went the Whispering Helm. I don't know exactly why he would have went Whispering Helm. Especially if he was playing around the Dark Lady. I mean, Whispering Helm does give a little bit better lifesteal, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it gives 3% better lifesteal, but I hope that they can counter these wards. So, that's a good use of the illusions. They did get the Ward of Sight. There's still a Rev Ward there, which is going to see the other ward, which is kind of a shame. I mean, they still got the Ward of Sight, which is the one you always want to get. They denied top tower. So Dark Lady did lose her safe haven. 30 minutes for a first tier tower. It's pretty good. I think you did a pretty good job of keeping your tower alive. And after these 2 stacked creep camps, Dark Lady's probably going to be up over 600 GPM. I wouldn't doubt it. Yep, there's your 600 GPM. So she does finish the Dawnbringer. I'm guessing your next item that you're going to see is a Shrunken Head, which at this rate she should have in less than 5 minutes. She does have enough for one of the items, I'm guessing. Let's do a real quick item check. Overall, we have the Hag, who has a Grimoire of Power. She just picks up the Blessed Orb, which I'm guessing she's going to transition that into a Sheep Stick. Drunken Master. Drunken Master has the... Oh my goodness, why can't I think of the name? Soul's Bulwark. We have Solstice. Okay, we got a battle here middle. The Hag falls, like, within seconds, just absolutely melts. It's really hard. That was a pretty big Solstice ultimate, but I don't know how well they're going to be able to fight this. So it looks like the Pyromancer fell. The 2 big dogs are still up for the Hellborn team. Magmus is channeling his ultimate, and he does land it on the Drunken Master. Pretty much melts him. the prisoner portal keys away, but I don't think they're going to be able to stop them from pushing this second tier tower. At this point, the Hellborn team has completely taken over in experience and gold, significantly, just due to the fact that the Kongor and the last couple team fights have gone in their way. They were down in kills, now they're up in kills. And like I said, the Dark Lady is just, she's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Solstice does end up finishing his Drunken Head, which is great. The only thing that the Drunken Head is not going to work for is the Dark Lady. So, I'm pretty sure if he pops Drunken Head and then she uses her ultimate, I still think it works. I'm not a... Let me see. Let me click on her and see how her skills work. I don't know if it works or not, just based on the fact that I don't know if it's considered magic or what. I think you need a Null Stone. Well, it used to be. It used to be whenever Dark Lady's ultimate was global. If you had a Null Stone, it wouldn't work on you. They're probably gonna jump on this Drunken Master top, and he's not gonna be able to get away. He's gonna fall, and that's it. We have 2 porting in, just 1, the prisoner. I think he thought his teammate was going with him. This is basically suicide for the prisoner. And you're gonna see some team yelling right there. Why did you cancel your port? That's a shame. There were 2 porting in, 1 was canceled. They were right on top of each other. And Pyromancer gets a kill middle. Who Pyromancer just dropped?
The Hellborn have destroyed a
Pyromancer
Legion
dropped the
tower.
Torture. Tower falls, and at this point in the game, 32 minutes in, it would be very hard pressed for the Legion team to come back. Huge ultimate from the Solstice, but the fact is there's no follow-up. So he can ulti all day long. He can hit all 5 if he wanted to. He can't go in by himself. He's not going to be able to do anything. This top Rax is going to fall. They still have 2 people down. Drunken Master does come in. I was going to say, you might see all ports canceled. But,
a Legion barracks has
see, this is what I'm talking about with the Drunken Head. It doesn't do anything against the Dark Lady. And I know for a fact that the slow from the Dawnbringer goes through the Drunken Head, so it's not like he's going to be able to run away. Yeah, there's, like I said, this is... Oh, it looks like they were jumping on the Hag here top. Hag was trying to push up as best she could. She did end up taking the tower, which is pretty huge, and she got a little bit of damage on the racks. I don't know how I missed that. Oh, wow! So she jumps back in. She takes out Empath. The Grimoire, she's doing work with the Grimoire. Huge stun by the Magmus to try to stop this. She's probably going to still get a kill on the Madman, and she's going to get away. I don't think this Magmus is going to be able to follow it up. He might if he lands a good blink. Okay, he does. And he doesn't even need a stun. Steam Bath was enough to kill her. It was a good play. Good play all around. It was a good play by Hag. She got 2 and the tower, which is all you can ask from her solo pushing like that. I don't know if her team was maybe a little bit pissed off at her because she decided to do that. I don't know if that was a decision that was made team-wise, or if that was just something Hag said, listen, you guys try to defend top the best you can. I'm going to take bottom. This Torture is probably going to fall. There's 3 here. Yeah, there's... Pyro has that ultimate off cooldown. You're support food is basically what it is. So one good thing about a Pyromancer, regardless of how underleveled or under-itemed he is, if he gets that ultimate off on you, you're at half-life. I don't care who you are. Maybe not the Solstice, or maybe not the Prisoner. But anybody else on the team, Drunken Master, yeah, half-life. Torturer, you're basically dead. Hag. Maybe not the Hag. Hag's got a decent amount of life, but just because of the Sacrificial Stone, the Blessed Orb, and the Grimoire. They all use, well, at least the Grimoire and the Blessed Orb are heavy stat items. And the Sac Stone, whenever there's a charge on it, has pretty decent stats. So, Dark Lady goes the Wing Bow instead of the Shrunken Head. And that's just based on the fact that they have almost a 20,000 gold and experience lead. Like I said, you're just going to continue to see it grow as she continues her farm. She is over 700 GPM at this point. She no longer has the token. Kong should be back up relatively soon, so you're probably going to see them take Kong again. Once they get this last outer tower here, they just can continue to farm. There's no reason for them to try to push into the base at this juncture. They can farm, get up bigger, take Kong, and then if they end up getting a pick, or once they have Kong and they feel confident enough, they can push into the base without any resistance at all. Dark Lady can just kind of go in first and wait for her token to fall, and then the team can jump and follow it up. The Hag is she's doing her solo thing again. I don't know if she's going to try to rotate bottom. The Magmus is here, so this is going to be relatively interesting. Let's see what happens. Does a lot of work. Does a lot of work, and he follows up with the sheep stick. If he would attack the creeps, nice. I guess those were his own creeps. Nice play. Absolutely amazing play by Pink. Got the full channel, the full stun, and some decent auto attacks. That sheep stick has proved to be a really good pickup on his part. Experience lead is almost at exactly 20,000 at this point. Dark Lady's gonna jump in. She has been hellflowered. She got pushed by the Pyromancer there, I'm guessing. She's locked down for some reason. I don't know what the heck's stunned her. She's still stunned, but with the wing bow, it makes it very difficult for her to take a lot of auto attack damage.
Massacre.
Wow. So 3 auto attacks. Well, I mean, I don't know what I can say about this game other than the fact that the Dark Lady got really big. They bought enough time for her to get really big, and it worked out in their favor. I mean, they played at a disadvantage for the first, you know, say 20 minutes. The gap was small enough that that allowed them to, like I said, allow her to get big enough to where she could just take over the game. So, I mean, I guess we could take away from this, don't let Dark Ladies farm to 730 GPM. So let's look at the stats here. I'm just curious how many creep kills. So she was one shy of 400 creep kills in a 36-minute game. I'd say that Playmaker did a damn good job playing the farm game, playing the Anger Testy game. So I guess that's the end of this first scrim. I don't know if they're... Nope, looks like they're done. So this has been Nick Saberwolf Preddy with another SaberCast. Signing off, guys. Thanks.